You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Ranma Half. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we're going to be reviewing Ranma Half for today's anime review. Ranma Half is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Rumiko Takahashi. It was serialized in Weekly Shonen Sunday from August 1987 to March 1996. The series was the chapters were collected into 38 Tankobon volumes by Shogakukan. So the story revolves around a teenage boy named Ranma Saotome who is trained in martial arts since early childhood. As a result of an accident during a training journey, he is cursed to become a girl when splashed with cold water, while hot water changes him back to a boy. Throughout the series, Ranma seeks out a way to rid himself from his curse, while his friends and enemies and many fiancées considered hinder and interfere. So let's talk about the anime. So the manga has been adapted into two anime series created by Studio Dean, which is known for the work on Rurouni Kenshin later seasons, which together were broadcast on Fuji TV from 1989 to 1992. In addition, they developed 12 OVAs and 3 films, and also in 2011, a live-action television special was produced and aired on Nippon television. The manga and anime series were licensed by Viz Media for English language releases in North America. So, and for Adman Entertainment released the manga part of the series and the first 2 movies in Australasia, while MVM Films released the first 2 movies in the United Kingdom. The Ranma Half manga has over 53 million copies in print. In Japan, both the manga and anime are cited as some of their first of their mediums to have become popular in the United States of America. Before there was other anime before there was One Piece, before there was Sailor Moon, before there was One Punch Man, before there was My Hero Academia, before there was Fushigi Yugi, and before there was Yu Yu Hakusho, and before there was Rurouni Kenshin. On a training journey in the Yankala mountain range in the Qinghai province of China, Ranma Saotome and his father Genma fell into the cursed springs at Junsenkyo. When someone falls into a cursed spring, they take the physical form of whatever their hundreds or thousands of years ago. Whenever they come into contact with cold water, the curse will invert when exposed to hot water until their next cold water exposure. Genma fell into the spring of a drowned panda, while Ranma fell into the spring of a drowned girl. Soun Tendo is a fellow practitioner of Anything Goes School of Martial Arts and the owner of a dojo. Genma and Soun Tendo agrees years ago and that their children would marry and carry on the Tendo dojo. Soun has the 3 teenage daughters, the polite and easygoing Kasumi, the greedy and indifferent Nabiki, and the short-tempered, uncued bitch of a martial arts practicing Akane. Akane, who is Ranma's age and is appointed for bridal duty by her sisters, while the reason that they are the older sisters and can dump the duty on her. And that they all dislike the arranged engagement and think Akane's dislike of men is the right way to express it to the fathers. At a appointed time, they are surprised when a panda comes in and puts the girl in front of their father. The Tendo girls all laugh. It takes several pages of for the situation to be explained to Soun Tendo and his daughters. Both Ranma and Akane refuse the engagement initially, having not been consulted on the decision, but the fathers are insistent. Then they are in general really treated as betrothed and ended up helping or saving each other on some occasions. They are frequently found in each other's company and are consistently arguing in their trademark awkward love-hate manner that is a franchise focus. Ranma goes to school with Akane at Furinken High School, where he meets his recurring opponent Tawaki Kuno, then cited Kendo Team Camp Captain, who aggressively pursues Akane but also falls in love with Ranma's female form, as Tatawaki Kuno refers to Ranma's female form as the pigtail girl. without ever discovering his curse. Despite most of other characters eventually knowing it, Nerima serves as a backdrop for more martial arts mayhem. The introduction of Ranma's regular rivals, such as the internally lost Ryoga Hibiki, who traveled halfway across Japan from getting from the front of his house and to the back, where Ranma spent 3 days waiting for him. Ryoga, seeking revenge on Ranma, followed him to Junsenkia, where he ultimately fell into the spring of the drowned piglet. Now, when he splashed with cold water, he takes the form of a little black pig, not knowing that this Akane takes the piglet as a pet and names it Pichan. But Ranma knows and hates him for keeping his secret and taking advantage of the situation. Another rival is the nearsighted moose, who fell into a cursed spring and becomes a duck when he gets wet. And finally, there is Genma and Son's impish grandmaster perverted old man, Haposai, who spends his time stealing the underwear of schoolgirls, which could have been almost rival Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z in a heartbeat. Ranma's prospective paramours, including the martial arts rhythmic gymnastics champion Kodachi Kuno, and his second fiancée and childhood friend Ukyo Kuwanji, the okonomiyaki vendor, along with the Chinese Amazon shampoo supported by her great-grandmother Cologne. As the series progresses, the school becomes more eccentric, with the return of the demented Hawaii-obsessed Principal Kuno and the placement of the power-leeching alternating child-adult Hinako no Inomiya as Ranma's English teacher. Ranma's indecision to choose his true love causes chaos in his romantic and school life. Rumiko Takahashi stated that Ranma Half was conceived to be the martial arts manga that connects all aspects of everyday life to martial arts. Because of her previous series had such female protagonists, the author decided that she wanted a male this time. However, she was worried about writing a male main character and therefore decided to make him half female. Before deciding on water for initiating his changes, she considering Ranma changing every time he was punched. It was deciding that she felt Junsenkyo had to be set in China, as it was the only place that could have been such mysterious springs. She drew inspiration for Ranma Half from a variety of real-world objects. Some of the places frequently seen in the series are modeled after locations in Nerima, Tokyo, both the home of Takahashi and the setting for Ranma Half. Written and illustrated by Rumiko Takahashi, Ranma Half began publication in the weekly Shonen Sunday, issue number 36, published from August 1987, following the ending of her series, Urusei Yatsura, from August 1987 until March 1996. The manga was published under the weekly basis, with the occasional colored page to spruce up black and white stories, as what you expect for the manga. As for the anime television series, an anime television series was created by Studio Dean and aired weekly between April 15, 1989 and September 16, 1989 on Fuji TV for 18 episodes. After being cancelled due to low ratings, the series was then reworked by most of the same staff, retitled Ranma Half Nettohen, and launched in a different time slot for running 143 episodes from October 20th, 1989 to September 25th, 1992, as it was with 161 episodes. The anime stays true to the original manga, but does differ by keeping Ranma's sex transformation a secret from the high school students, at least throughout most of its length. It also does not introduce Hikaru Go Tsukugi until very late in the series. Instead, Sasuke Sarugakure, the diminutive ninja retainer of the Kuno family, fills a number of Go Tsukugi's roles in early storylines, but is a major character in his own right. The anime also alters the placement of many story arcs and contains numerous original episodes and characters not adapted from the manga. So for Viz Media, both licensed this anime series in 1993, making Ranma Half one of the very first anime titles licensed by Viz. The English dub produced for the series was recorded by the Ocean Group in Vancouver, British Columbia. They released the series on VHS from their own Viz video label and on DVD a few years later in association with Pioneer Home Entertainment. Their releases collected both the anime series as a once separated episodes into what they call seasons and changed the ordering from many episodes. Viz themselves re-released it on DVD in 2007 using their own DVD production company. At Otakon 2013, Viz announced that they acquired the TV series for a Blu-ray and DVD release in 2014. The show is streamed on their anime channel service Neon Alley since autumn 2013. Madman Entertainment released some of the series for the release in Australasia, although their rights expired after releasing only the first 4 seasons as one series. So for the thing about Ranma Half, however, so, also in the episode, enter Moose Fist of the White Swan episode in Ranma Half anime TV series, where Moose kicks Ranma's female form in the tournament battle thing. Also, like this, compare that scene to the first episode of Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, to the point out 4 years early. And also, there is a Christmas episode in Ranma Half, which is Season 6, which is basically the Christmas episode, technically a Christmas without Ranma in Season 6 of Ranma Half as well. And also, for the episode Ranma versus Moose, Two Loses to Win, is where Ranma and fights with Moose when Moose falls into the ground part, and the ground is all destroyed like a Dragon Ball Z like back destroyed ground part, where Moose is on the ground unconsciously, which also this could have been something I'm pretty sure what Dragon Ball Z would have done for Yamcha's death scene in Dragon Ball Z. If you compare that scene from Ranma Half to Yamcha's death scene in Dragon Ball Z, would it done in a heartbeat. And also because Ranma Half is technically my favorite anime series because this is, I know it's based on the manga from Rumiko, and also the character design for Shampoo in Ranma Half definitely resembled on the character Lum from Urusei Yatsura, and Ukyo Kuwanji, however, her spatula that is almost as a bigger weapon-like thing is almost going to compare that to Sango's boomerang in Inuyasha later on in the early 2000s. Because both Inuyasha and Ranma Half were created by Rumiko Takahashi, right along with Urusei Yatsura and Maison Ikoku as well. Yeah, because Ranma Half is my favorite anime because it's for the 80s. Because this anime was released in 1989, around the same year as Dragon Ball Z, that's why. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Ranma Half for today's anime review. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts about Ranma Half. Yeah, because my favorite character if I had to pick my favorite character from Ranma Half anime series, I would say Ukyo Kuwanji, because she has the spatula, because she makes okonomiyaki, that's why. And because even though I have Ranma Half DVDs and VHS tapes in my anime collection, because it's been a while since I finished watching the entire Ranma Half series as well, I guess. Subscribe for content, my Anime Planet, link in the description down below. Share this video on our Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account, and all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Be sure to feel free to leave it in the comment section below if you like as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel if you're new to my channel. Click on my notifications bell button. Check out my videos that I'm uploading as well. And keep it otaku for my anime review on Ranma Half for the first time. Even though I haven't done an anime review on Ranma Half, but this is the first time I get to do an anime review on Ranma Half, I guess. And also, stay tuned. This concludes my anime review on Ranma Half. I'll be reviewing the OVA ones and the movies at one point, and I got more surprises here. Stay tuned for my next anime review, because it looked like something Ranma Saotome should learn from a true martial artist with the 7 scars on his chest with Hokuto Shinken, starting with my anime review on Fist of the North Star. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Fist of the North Star, because you won't want to miss it.